The government has to find jobs for about 20 million unemployed people. Many of the jobs that were lost may never come back and are gone forever. There are simply too many people competing for the same dwindling scarce jobs. There is simply too much competition from overseas laborers who are willing to work for much cheaper, such as in China, where they surely are not paying $600 to $900 in rent a month to live. They can live on as cheaply as $1 a day. Americans could too if they didn't have to pay comparable rents or mortgages. What is the solution to unemployment? First of all, we need to reduce or eliminate the amount of rent we pay. If Americans were not paying any rent or mortgages, they could live on just a few dollars a day and only worry primarily about food. The solution to getting cheap or free space is to stop foreclosures. If it were possible to pressure the banks to stop foreclosures, people could stay in their houses virtually rent and mortgage free, since the whole idea behind property is the bank's ability to throw people out of their houses using police force through foreclosure and eviction. If people were to form network groups of family and friends of about 200 to 500 people, they could be a force to be reckoned with. They could support each other if the banks try to foreclose on one of their members. Supporting members could do protests or runs on the bank to frighten the banks to back off. If it is one thing the banks hate, it's bad publicity in the form of lines of people taking out their money. The banks would surely listen to this form of intimidation. Lines of 500 people or more would send shockwaves to their system. Any bad publicity would undermine their business. They have too many other foreclosures to worry about anyway. Group members receiving help would be obligated to help other members when they get foreclosed on. Once word gets out, members from the group could meet the banks ahead of protests to negotiate to leave people in their homes in exchange for not running on the bank. And side note, do not bring signs or bullhorns at banks' protests. It must look like a regular bank run. You can badmouth them when the reporters come to cover the run, but other than that, you are there to do a legal transaction. For those who have no accounts, they could open very small accounts as a form of protest to tie up the system. If you are arrested or harassed, you could sue the banks and the police, causing more problems for them. Once the banks cannot foreclose or evict because of strong network support, there is no sense in paying their mortgage payments anymore, and then people could live very cheaply in comfort supporting each other. The homeless who decide not to join these groups will be on their own or at the mercy of the job market and authorities, and if they get evicted, others can move into their homes under the protection and support of their neighborhood group. People can choose to go by the law and be evicted to their own detriment. On this website, there are a few examples on how people have fought back to get what they want. Some people have used actions such as putting out signs to devalue the property when they're under pressure of house devaluations. I encourage you to go to my website at antiforeclosurearmy.com to get more information. All you have to do is start a sign-up sheet and start getting people's signatures in your area and to get support. Good luck, and be sure to tell all your friends about antiforeclosurearmy.com.